I just can't get enough. I can't get enough. Right behind me here is a van. My Jeep is on the other side of me. What the heck am I doing? So let's give you guys a rundown on what's going on in my own crazy mind of mine. Bought this van, talked about it on a live stream last week. I picked up a 2005 Ford Econoline. Now, if you know anything about Ford Econolines, they are low tops. What a lot of people do is they actually will put a like fiberglass top on it, or they'll put some sort of extender on it, or whatever it may be. I've been looking at these for a little while now. I have a Jeep still. What the hell? All right, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. What I do here is a lot of obviously van life content. I was doing some overlanding content, tiny home development, design, building, sharing other people's ideas and thoughts and all that good stuff around tiny living or van life especially. Make sure you guys like this and subscribe, whatever, you know, whatever you want to do. Not only that, but you're also going to see me do this entire van build. This is going to be something that's different. This is technically Ghost 4. First van was Ghost 1. Second van was Ghost 2. I went all out on that thing, was bonkers. Jeep was Ghost 3. And now I've got a Ford Econoline as Ghost 4. Open it up from the rear to show you guys just what the hell is going on. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm excited to say the least. It's used, obviously, 2005, like 100 and something thousand miles on it. These Fords are actually really good. You know, the engines are strong. This is a V8 motor. It's a 5.4 liter. What is interesting to me is how this is going to be a completely different build than the other two vans that I've done. The other two vans were high tops. This one is obviously a low top, but what am I doing? What am I thinking? I'm actually thinking I'm going to put a pop top on it. I've talked to Colorado camper vans. They do allow a DIY pop top. I don't know if I'm going to use Colorado camper vans. We'll see what happens there as well. But my ideas is to have it as a pop top that I can use as a camping rig, but also I would like to use it as a hybrid of a city stealth vehicle. So if I want to sleep in a city or maybe at a rest stop or something to be a little more inconspicuous, then I will keep the top down, and I'm actually going to make this into a living quarters as well. So I'll have a kitchen down here, everything that's in the back of the Jeep. I'm actually planning on taking everything out of the Jeep that's in the back there that's you know, built as an overlanding rig, and I'm going to probably put it in here, and I'm going to add a bed or a mattress. And then again, I'll eventually add the pop top. Maybe I'll do that sooner than later. We shall see. I'm not going to have a bed going across, and I'll get into the reasons on why I do that later on when I start doing some designing and planning for this. And this is going to take some time. This is not going to happen overnight. I am going to take my time with this. I've talked about this many times, a bunch of my other videos. I think building a van takes a lot of patience. Take your time with this. Do it the way that you'd like to do it. Don't rush anything. We are approaching winter right now, and I am probably looking for some sort of shop. Well, that's actually a double whammy. I'm not only looking for a shop to do this, but I'm gonna be looking for a shop to actually start not so much building vans, but start my business, which would be Ghost Design and Building. I would like to possibly take on one client at a time. I don't know yet, but I'm going to take my time with the client, and I'm going to pick not willy-nilly. I'm gonna pick a client that I am happy with and that we can work well together. I'm not going to just pick a client for picking a client. I don't need that. That's actually what I want to do. I want to kind of do more building, but I want to get more into tiny house building and designing and flipping tiny homes, selling a spec tiny. I want to make an off-grid tiny, and eventually I'm going to do that container home that I've been speaking about for probably a year to a year and a half now. All-time container home of all time. You know, I don't know how else to say that, but I don't have capital. I don't have money, so I'm doing it this way. Everybody's a little different. So this is going to be a really simple build. However, it's also going to be sleek looking. It's going to be really cool look. There's going to be some stuff in here that are just going to blow your mind, and wait till you see that when it happens. I am not so much going to touch this for at least the next 3 weeks because the gutted event is happening. And if you don't know what the gutted event is, I've talked a lot about it on live streams, but the gutted event build off between a van, a schoolie, and an RV. And it's being filmed, and they're gonna show it eventually, but you can also get tickets to it. It's a gathering, and it's a 5-day build off. So 3 teams of 7. I'm on the van building team, And my focus right now is to be designing and getting the van building team organized. We all are working as a team. I'm not like running it or anything like that. We're just working well as a team right now. And we want to make sure that everything is all lined up so we can do an entire van build in 5 days. That's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a great time. If you're interested in that, the link for Gutted is gonna be below in the description. My focus right now is the Gutted event, and then I'll focus on this thing. I'm filming this mid-August, and Gutted is September 8th. They just announced, so I can officially say this, but they just announced they're going to be auctioning off the van, and the proceeds of the van are going to be going to, I believe, suicide prevention under the name Lee, for Speak Up for Lee. That is really important, especially to me right now, because if you guys have been watching my channel recently, I've been going through my own mental health issues. Lee also suffered from mental health as well. That is a big deal to me, and I want to make sure that we do the van correctly, because the van is the only one of the 3 rigs that they're auctioning off, and the proceeds are, like I said, are going to go under Lee's foundation or whatever. I think it's her family that's handling that, but you can go check out the Gutted website to find out more information about that. Either way, I'm excited to get involved. So a lot of people did ask me if I'm going to be doing a 4x4 conversion on this. Yeah, I'd want to, if the price is right. 4x4 conversions can run in between 10 to 20 grand, but it will add value to the vehicle over its time. The reason these Fords also, you know, hold their value so well is because legitimately you can replace the entire engine for like 3-4 grand. It's ridiculous. Or rebuild the motor. You guys, I'm going to show you guys every step of the way. I'm going to show you guys installation, how I do installation, which is going to be a little bit better than most. Am I going to be keeping the Jeep in general? I don't know. It's hard for me to give this thing up. I love that thing so much. That being said, I kind of need the money, so I might sell it. I'm looking into putting a deposit down on an electric vehicle. I might use this as my daily driver for a while. I own this outright. Obviously, it's a used car. I bought it straight up cash. I might wait for another year for one of the electric vehicles that I want, whether it's the Ford pickup truck or the Canoe or the Cybertruck or a Rivian. All right, let's put that down for a second and let's just talk to you guys just for a second here. I talked about doing the shop, and I talked to you guys about I want to open up a shop. I know I change my mind quite frequently. Let me just explain some stuff here. I'm the type of person that I won't know unless I try. I came to Las Vegas to my efforts into comedy, stand-up comedy, and entertainment. I found out quickly why I left the industry in the first place, and I focused all my efforts on YouTube. I'm not a fan of how the industry runs and how it works, so I decide to keep focusing on YouTube, bring you guys some cool content, maybe make you guys laugh through here with maybe some dumb jokes that I have. Anything that I do, anything comedy related, will be out of a hobby, almost like somebody that goes and plays golf on the weekends. I don't want to force myself to try and make a living off of that as it becomes a chore. I would much rather sit in a shop for 12 hours a day and work on a project, building or designing. And I'd rather also work with a lot of like epoxy and stuff like that. Like, for example, I did that in Bend, Oregon, and I loved it. I stepped away from it in Bend to come down to Vegas and try this. Now know that I don't like this, and I want to go back to what I was doing in Bend, which was the building and the designing. But I want to do it on a bigger scale now. That's why I've got the van. That's why I was talking about having a client possibly. If you're interested, by the way, then please email me at info@jarrodtocci.com and we can talk about you can be a client. But I also want to, like I said, flip a tiny, flip 2 tinies, 3 tinies, whatever it may be. I'm going to talk a lot about mental health in the upcoming, weeks and months, because I've been struggling with it personally. I got some help. It helped me out tremendously so far. I'm going to actually bring her on this channel so you guys can meet her and meet the person that has been helping me, which has been awesome. We'll get into that at a later date. But I just wanted to share kind of all that stuff with you guys and where I'm kind of going with this. I am super duper excited about getting this started. Ghost 4, I guess you could call it. And it's just a blank canvas for me. I mean, this thing looks great, doesn't it? Stay tuned for all of that. I know there wasn't much in this vlog, but this is the beginning of Ghost 4 is pretty much my point of this. Oh man, the beginning of Ghost 4. Who would have thunk it?